Wah. Boom. Time for another entertaining day. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Fligma, figma, digma. Sigma. Oi! What are you doing? What? What are you jumping around for? I'm looking at you. Silly cat. At least let me write my fucking shit first before you start hopping around on my lap. You know, where you may potentially fall and hurt yourself. Because nobody wants that. Yeah, you're gonna close your eyes. That's funny. Trying to help you settle, buddy. What do you want, Fortus fucking netus mutis tutis putis mutis shutis nutis putis? Fucking puto. It's literal fucking team Papagia McFootis mutis. Kills you. Yeah, shut your dumb ass up, put. Shut your goofy ass up. That's that done. Put the button here. The fuck? Okay, what do you want? Deep forward net being base. No, you're cringe. You're not based. You're cringe. You're cringe. You're fucking cringe.
It's cringe or be cringe, Jack.
Fucking says this guy. Says el fucking fortus netus putis notis tutis. This fucking putis over here. Yeah.
Memes. The DNA of the soul.
Yeah, you're gonna get fucked in the ass. Wait, okay, real important putis, okay? Tim Pool went on Jubilee, and it's gonna be really funny. And I'm definitely gonna take a look at, well, mostly clips of it.
I am dumber than Tim fucking Pool, dude.
Who the fuck said that? Who said that? That was Hassan?
I am dumber than Tim fucking Pool, dude.
Oh yeah, it's definitely Hassan. No, that is the dumbass himbo. God, that must have been fucking.
I'm Hassan Piker.
Ago. Jesus. You're Hassan Piker? Whoa, that's crazy. I thought you were just a Ford. Yeah, it is Hassan Piker. Hassan, why do you have...
Fuck it, I'm saying it. This city deserved the destruction that it's about to happen to it.
Why did you say America deserved 9/11, Hassan? Why would you say that?
I'm a fucking cat girl.
Oh, it's because of anime? Okay. So you're saying that anime corroded your soul, is that correct? Is that why you have the swastika Ichiko Bankai sword?
Fuck it, I'm saying it.
Hassan, you're gonna get me banned, bro. What the fuck, dude? That's fucked up, man. uh, Put this. Why would you do that? Why are you being so papega? Why are you the way that
I think I'm gonna be like Muhammad and have 30 black dudes ride me.
Wait. Hey, yo? Alex? You good, bro?
I am scared of being a cuck,
I mean, you wouldn't be the cuck.
and I'm proud of it.
Are these some of the new sounds you found, Puto? For Alex Jones? Yeah. I don't know why you stopped for a while. There's always going to be lots of content to harvest for sounds. Well, yeah, it's two fucking right-wingers debating one another. Of course it's boring. You thought the fucking debate between Sneeko and Alex Jones was going to be entertaining? Put this, you just made the classic error. Both of those guys are fucking morons. What the fuck was the debate even about? No, those guys are too full of themselves. So that ain't never happening, Mutis. Yeah, what kind of fucking Team Papaja tier shit were they talking about? Deport Sneeko because he's Muslim. Mutis. What are you doing? Oh, that was the debate? Deport Sneeko because he's Muslim? Oh. Yeah, that is really boring. I think you should deport Sneeko because he might be a pedophile. Not because he's Muslim. We are not the same.
Congratulations.
Oh, fuck.
Well, I mean, we all know Trump's a pedophile. Trump, why did you fuck those kids on Epstein's plane?
I don't care.
Well, the American people unfortunately do care, so... Too bad. Cope. America doesn't care? Yeah, they don't care anymore because fucking everything's like you're retarded. Everything's just like a fucking just mind cucked, dude.
Create extra villagers.
What villagers? Don't you mean pillagers? Eh.
Yo!
Whoa. Just Age of Empires maxing right now, puto.
Move this man!
Shut the fuck up, Sputenguk. Shut your dumb ass up, putis. You're not a Windows notification. You're literally El Fortus fucking Netus. That is what you are. You're just a put. I do not have slop 11. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Kills you. Motherfucker says I have slop 11. Meanwhile, he's literal fucking putis pal. Okay. Good one. Yeah, same here, Sputinguk. So shut the fuck up.
Do as I say, and you live.
No. Suck my balls. I'd like to see you try. I am a schizophrenic rat, and so I will eat some special chaos rocks.
Very, because I'm gay.
That's an old
Pepe,
clip.
why are you gay?
You are
You are gay.
That's a very old clip. Can't believe I would get clipped out of context saying that I'm a gay.
There's a reason why Ford will get banned, because he is a subhuman.
What?
Yeah, you are. I'm spitting there.
Stupid idiot developers! No!
Shut up, fucking Dr. Kid Inspect. Go, like, inspect some kids in a bathroom.
Yeah.
Yo, you fucking... What, you want...
Yeah, but BTTV is like a third-party thing, and I don't know.
Yeah, but you went into a bathroom with a camera crew, and you wanted to, like, diddle kids. I don't know.
Stop stalling!
I'm literally building a power line to the next project we're building.
Stop stalling!
I'm going to kill you. Yeah, I'm going to kill you. Yeah, I'm going to kill you.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
No.
I'm just gonna stump you. You're gonna keep coming back. I'm gonna seal up all my cracks. You're gonna keep coming back. Why? Because you keep smelling the syrup. You worthless bitch ass nigga. You're gonna stay on my dick until you die.
Shut your goofy ass up, you 41-year-old man. Do not know that lower tier god was 41, by the way. God damn, that dude is old. I mean, he plays fighting games. What does playing fighting games have to do with being old? Only old people play those games? That's not true. With this, why are you being so racist right
You
now?
can't handle the truth!
Yes I can. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Right now, what I need to do is commit genocide. I did not bring a lot of ammunition.
Either way, I'm happy.
Shut up, Trump. Oh, Putis, did you see the EDP documentary? I feel like that shit's right up your alley. Some of it. All I know is that everyone involved in it is dog shit. Just complete poo-poo water. Because it's a poo-poo water fucking documentary, okay? Literal dog. You've seen some parts. From what I see, it looks like complete shit. Yeah, I wonder why EDP's doesn't have a girlfriend. He's only malding? Well, yeah, of course. He's a fucking Trump sycophant. Like, he's deeply mentally ill. Yeah, let's be honest here. Who the fuck would want to have sex with EDP 445? Let's be honest here. Who the fuck would want to subject themselves to that torture?
Where's the H?
H. H. It's a lot of sulfur over there. H. What this? Are you an H? We can also make a water dam here. Sup, Big Jerry? Well, you're saying that you're based for being an H? That's crazy, puto. That's kind of an H thing to say. It's very H. What am I supposed to read from you, putingus? What the fucking putingus are you talking about? What do you want? What do you want, Ford?
Don't be bloody stupid.
Shut up, wanker. Wanker.
You guys are stupid!
No one cares, Dr. Kid Inspect. Forgot to bring some high-speed connectors with me. So I can tap the geothermal vent here. Oh well. Okay, so we came here so we can make a fuel power plant. Let's start by securing oil.
Change the world. My final message.
There's a reason why Ford will never get banned, because he is based. Clip it and ship it. Send it to Ford.
I forgot to bring
The Ford net being based.
I forgot to bring motors with me. Oh, he left. Fuck you, puto. Yeah, what are you based on? You keep saying you're based, but based on what? And that's a 10-minute ban. And that's a ban. Motherfucker keeps saying jobs. That's crazy. As if those exist. Yeah, you go be a wanker. And now Boy Meets Minnie is here. What the hell are you talking about, Fox of Fate? You talking shit about my shit country? Fuck you. Only I get to talk shit about my shit country, 'cause it's my shit country. We need more cables. Also, Tim Pool is on Jubilee. By the way. Definitely gonna look at the clips tomorrow. Definitely gonna keep an eye on whatever clips Mason puts up. Definitely gonna shit on Tim Pool for being a fucking weirdo. Definitely gonna call Boy Meets Minnie cringe. And the putis. He thinks he can call me putis, but that's not how that works. That's what you deserve.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Yes. Dude, Boy Meets Minnie was vibe decoding. Let's go.
It's cringe or be cringe, Jack.
Fucking Putis is here. And I have my army of waff. 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 Waff.
It's time to stop!
Waff.
It's time to stop, okay? No more! Where the fuck are your parents? Who are your parents? I'm gonna call Child Protective Services. It's time to stop!
I have a question for you, Iron Quills. Do you hate, lizard dogs or something? Or what are you, a fucking racist? What are you, a fucking dog shocker? I bet you also shock your dog with a collar. Pepe. Well, hold on. Don't give Ethan Klein any credit. He might have killed his dog by feeding it too much cheese. Pepe, Pepe, Pepe. For your girlfriend, eh? What is she, a fucking puppy girl or something? That's crazy. These dang puppy girls. Dang, gosh darn, dag nabbit. You're a leather worker? I only date freaks. Huh. You're just jealous you can't get a puppy girl. I never said that. I think you might be projecting. Sure. Yeah, okay, Boy Meets Minnie. Says the asexual. Who can't get any bitches. By his own volition. Eh. Well, that was cool. Oh, fuck me. Get away from me. I didn't get more ammo. I hate the jumping spiders. Why? Because I do. I hate them. Aloe. Like aloe vera? What the hell are you talking about? What's up, asshole? Whoa! Fuck you. Voshites be like context? Are we all being Voshites right now? What is this? I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. I'm not really paying attention right now. I'm kidding. Murder. I'm doing more important things, like committing murder. Ay, 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 ay. Oh boy, it's time to make a fuel factory. Oh boy, I love fuel. Fuck you doing here? Fuck you. Time to turn this fucking lake into a gigantic fucking power plant. That's what we're here for. Alright, we're maxing this shit out. Oh no, Chad, he might be cooked. Chad, this guy might be fucking cooked, bros. Bros, he's probably cooked. Chad, he's fucking cooked. Alright, we're not going into that cave because there's a bunch of fuck you-ville, and I don't want to go in there yet. We're also probably going to use this area to make smokeless powder, so then we can make guns. With whatever heavy oil residue we have left. Yeah, Hassan liked one of my other tweets. It was a smaller one too. I guess he just came across it and was just like, yeah, I like it. It's like, well, what I'm saying is true. Because I'm a very smart man. There's a lot of bad stuff here. Fuck you. Oh, fuck you. Despawns you. You'll despawn eventually. The fuck? The render distance? Motherfuckers don't despawn? And fuck you. I don't have the proper tools to fight these right now. I don't have a melee weapon. Hmm? Oh, there we go. Lovely. I think this one only needs power. Yeah, 300 megawatts. Jesus. Oh, there's circuit boards here. Oh, that's awkward. The other thing that could have used circuit board. Whatever. 300 megawatts is not a problem. Drag that over. Anywho. Real quick, we're gonna say hi to someone special. Very wiggly, a very, very wiggly baby. Say hello. You had a nice little sleep. Sorry for waking you up. I just need to take you off of my lap, okay, baby? Here, I'm gonna help you stretch. There you go. Ooh. Big stretchy, baby. You know, funny thing about Tina, she will sometimes understand to take a piss in the litter box. And other times she just doesn't get the assignment. I don't understand why. She will understand the assignment and then she'll just not understand the assignment. I'm just like, alright, well. Yes. Our little runt is growing. She's getting bigger. And she's also very active. She also has figured out what these mean. She now understands toys. So, there's that. More like she does the troll piss all the time. What you meowing about? If you want to go to the bathroom, go here. Yeah, well, you're just fucking trolling me right now, dude. You'll get it eventually. Good baby. There'll be no troll pissing here. Not today. Good job. You did very well. I have to clean it. Ay, 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 ay. Isn't he fucking auntie and unk maxing right now? Suit meta. Yeah, I know. Everyone was like saying he's like copying that from Nick Fuentes. It's like maybe, but it's working for him and not for Nick Fuentes. What? What's she meowing about? I've also spoiled her silly today because she kept going outside of the room. What are you trying to do right now? You've been constantly loafing right by the door. I can't let you go outside, baby. You're just still too small and you can get stuck in the couch. I know. Ooh, you're getting hops. You're a very hoppy little girl right now. What is it? What you meowing about? You want me to hold you in my lap? I know that's what you want. But we can't do that, okay? We can't do that all the time. So how about this? We can compromise and I could put you in the bed, okay? Is that okay? Or what? Or are you just gonna be a wiggly little baby instead? Now you're just gonna bite. You're gonna bite and then lick because you're overstimulated. There you go. Now she's learning how to jump. Lots of jumping, figuring out what toys mean. She's figuring out a bunch of stuff, and I should be afraid. I'm personally terrified. What are you doing by the door? You're not going outside, baby. Oh, careful. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yes, she does want to escape the room. She wants to go into the living room and explore. But the problem is that she's not litter trained and she's still small enough to get under the couch. So, I don't want her doing that. Well, more like she wants to leave the room because she knows in the other room there's food. That's what she wants. She wants food. What you looking at? Yes? Yeah. What's up? you want to play? Is that what you want? Do you want your favorite toy? Yeah, you want your favorite toy. She fucking loves this gay little string. Hold on. Oh, it is not easy to bring her in frame. Come here. There she goes. She fucking loves just random dangling bits. Random dangling bits? That's her favorite thing. You caught it. What are you gonna do about it now? Baby, we need to get you back in the frame. This is the content. I need you for content, baby. This is the content play. Okay, you gotta let go. You want your little jinglies? You gotta get your jinglies over here. There you go. And you got it again. There you go. Now this is real content right here, dude. Ooh. Listen, I know you'd probably want to do this all night, baby. But we can't. Oh, another toy she also kind of likes to play with, but she doesn't necessarily fuck with all that much. Oh, there it is. It's just a little mouse. Makes noises. I don't know if that came through. Oh no, I'm in the way. She like kind of fucks with it. Not as much as she fucks with string. She loves string. Get that mouse. Get that mouse. No? Doesn't want to get the mouse. What do I pay you for then? You're not going to get the mouse. Yeah. Yeah? Whoa. I'm the mouse now, huh? Oh, so I'm now the mouse, huh? Now you want a rough house with me, huh? That's what you want? You want a little rough housing, huh? You want a little rough housing, huh? Well, this is a fight you're never going to win because I'm 10 times bigger than you. Or like 100 times bigger than you. And you're so small. Like, you're such a small little baby. And you thought you were going to win that fight? Well, aren't you silly? Ooh, bite, bite, bite. You want to keep fighting? What do you want? Yeah, you fuck up that mouse. You get him. Get him. Yeah, you get that mouse. Where you going? Yeah, I did a good job training her to kill. I did a very good job. Thank you. Where'd you go? You on my chair? Actually, I have a foolproof method of getting you out from under the chair.
Put this.
Foolproof method. Oh, you're in time for the real content, you 235. Here for the real content, and that is Tina discovered how toys work, finally. She's figured them out. Yeah, you fuck up that mouse. You get him. Damn. You don't listen to Fortus Netos. He's the gay one. I'm making my cat become woke. Next thing that's gonna happen is my cat's gonna be vegan. That's the next step in the pattern of woke, obviously. Scared by the mouth. Oh! She just bonked her head. What I could do is just leave it there. There you go. Lovely. Ugh. We candle sniffers? What are we talking about here? I'm probably not going to make a segment out of this, but I just want to go through Tim Pool's claims on Jubilee really quick. Yeah, I guess who's going to Jubilee is this motherfucker. The big Jubal. You sign me now? Where'd you go? Alright, chat. Alright. Timothy McPulvey.
A lot of politicians on the Democrat side who got behind authoritarian practices during COVID. I'm not going to support those individuals.
So,
I will say.
So I think one of Tim Pool's claims is about authoritarianism and the Democratic Party, saying one of them is like more authoritarian than the other or something.
The authoritarian practices today, you're willing to look past.
Some of them, yes.
Come on, man.
The mainstream political.
Guys, you're telling me that Tim Pool is not consistent in any of his supposed principles at all? Boy Meets Minnie, are you shocked? I, for one, am totally shocked.
Left commits more violence than the mainstream political right.
None of what you're saying makes any sense. It sounds like you're honestly grifting a lot.
You can say that. Let me ask you a question.
Hey, look who it is. Yeah, also one of his other claims is about the Civil War. It's shit or something. I don't know. Fucking Mason.
Year and it doesn't happen. And
I never said there was.
It hasn't happened yet.
Do you want me to get you a soapbox?
Wait, Tim Pool. If you kept saying that there was never going to be a civil war, then why the fuck? How many videos has he made where he's talked about the metaphorical civil war? Yes, that is true. The only consistent right-wingers are Nazis. That's actually a fact, though. How many times has Tim Pool said that there's going to be a civil war? I don't even know. It has to be, like, at least, like, 50 plus times. He even says it, like, this year. In the United States of America, between, like, Democrats and Republicans, Tim Pool has been pushing the whole Civil War narrative. I don't even know, man. Yeah, too many times. Exactly, Foxafay. It's, like, it's one of his main fucking talking points. For what reason? I don't know. Like, do I really want to get into the inner machinations of Tim Pool's mind? Ask yourself that question. The answer is no. Absolutely the fuck not.
It's really
I can leave.
easy.
You want me to
It's really
go?
easy to
You want me
like,
to
do
leave?
what you do.
You want me to
It's
leave?
really easy to do what you do.
Dude, okay. Whichever, okay, because I'm assuming the embargo on this video is probably going to be up to down tomorrow because Jubilee always uploads on Sundays. I'm definitely gonna watch everything, every fucking part that Mason puts out. Shout out to One Hand Politics.
Is the United States tracking towards civil war, or is America more united than it seems? Hi everyone, I'm Paris Rose, and I'll be filling in for John today. From Jubilee Media, this is Surrounded, where one brave soul faces a room full of disagreeers.
You have literally no idea what you're talking about. You've not done any research, and you've never
You're
used
mad.
Google. There was a homeless shelter in Venice Beach that received 185 mail-in votes despite no one living there.
Because
Again,
people that live on the street.
What? What fucking conspiracy theory is this about like 185 million mail-in votes going to one fucking homeless shelter, bro? Like, then the immediate question I would also have to follow up then is just like, what the fuck is a homeless shelter going to do with 185 million mail-in vote? Like what? Is the claim that there's going to be election fraud based off of the fact that there's one homeless shelter that just has all these like mail-in votes for some reason? Like, what are they going to do with them, right? Like, do the super election fraud or something? Like, I just don't understand. What is the point of bitching, moaning, and complaining about it? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Street have addresses registered to shelters.
completely agree. My first surrounded claim is that the mainstream left commits more violence than the mainstream right. My next.
Statistically speaking, that's just not even true. We can literally pull up the ADL statistics of the studies they have done over the past 10 years from 2012 to 2022, and a pattern is consistent. The people who do way more fucking violence in comparison to that of the left is the right. Is there left-leaning violence? Sure. But if we're talking about, the percentages, in terms of the frequency and I guess the magnitude as well, it's nowhere near as close. Like just on a numbers basis. And the Democratic Party has embraced authoritarianism. Sure, man. Whatever the fuck that means. The fucking Democrats are the one. The Democrats are the real authoritarians. They said that I have to treat trans people like human beings. How dare the Democrats say these things? Why would the Democrats say I have to treat humans like humans?
Next surrounded claim is that the Democratic Party has embraced authoritarian.
Like, by the way, real quick, we don't even have to think about all the differing stuff that Trump has done in terms of the authoritarian bullshit that he wants to do. Unironically, Trump wants to have all his billionaire buddies control media around himself so that he can mostly have narratives that favor himself specifically. That's just one example of Trump being authoritarian. Another is obviously the crackdowns on free speech within the United States of America that's being done specifically by Trump through NSPM 7. As well as all of the ICE deportations of, say, Ramesa Öztürk, Mahmoud Khalil, who else? Mosa Madawi, and various others as well. So to say that it's no, it's actually the left who are the main authoritarians is fucking stupid. It's just dumb. We can go through other examples, of course, as well. Not to just mention the, blatant corruption that's going on that's associated with the Trump administration and whatnot. I mean, there's so many other things we can point to. Did I get hit by the bugs? Get away from me. Fuck you. I got distracted by bug.
My next surrounded claim is that the United States is tracking towards a civil war. My final...
how do we even engage this? Tim Pool has been saying that exact same thing for, literally 3 years, and it's not even being, it's not even close, right? Who are the ones with way more guns, the prepper bunkers, and constantly are bitching, moaning, complaining about, the Democrats? Oh, it's the fucking Republican Party. Even though they have, control of all the chambers of fucking Congress, they still have to bitch, moan, and complain and say that everything is the fault of the Democrats. I don't know, Tim, skill issue or something? Skill issue.
Surrounded claim is that the Constitution effectively does not exist anymore. Hi, I'm Tim.
I will actually agree with Tim Pool on that one. I actually will. But not for the reasons that he thinks. The reason why the Constitution effectively does not exist anymore is because of partisanship within the Supreme Court, the fact that Donald Trump ignores the Constitution blatantly, and the fact that Congress is not stepping in order to do the proper enforcement and duty that it is expected when there is a rogue executive. That is why the Constitution doesn't matter anymore, because guess what? Trump blatantly and flagrantly breaks the fucking Constitution every single day. Literally, the job of the president is to be the errand boy of Congress and the Constitution. And he's not even doing the basic job description. So, if we're talking about who's in reality ass fucking the goddamn Constitution, it's the people on your side, Tim. It's okay, bro, whatever. Yeah, Tim, I wonder why you think why you don't think it's important anymore. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Well, he's gonna say that it's because the Democrats fucked it, but no, it's in reality it's his side.
Pool, I'm the host of Timcast IRL, and today I'm surrounded by progressives.
He's gonna get fucking annihilated, dude, because his claims are just even from the just basic, not even tertiary, just initial look. I'm looking at this. I fucking ripped all of his fucking stupid bullshit to shreds. This is, I think, gonna be. I'm gonna be honest. It's probably gonna be a Dave Rubin situation where Tim Pool is going to be made to look extremely stupid. I don't think it's going to be as bad as Dave Rubin, but it's going to be similar. I think this is going to be a fucking slaughter. Yeah, well, you know, Boy Meets Many, one side pays way more in comparison to the other. Because that's what Tim Pool is all about. He just wants money. Like, that's literally it.
Put this.
Thank you, 235. Wait, are you surprised that secondary?
Put this.
That secondary Putis is here? He's been going at it for some time already. I have been both cursed and blessed. Make Tina the co-host of the stream. She's asleep, or she's about to go to sleep. So no. I will not be making her the co-host of anything. I think more so she saw that I stopped playing with her and she just stopped caring all that much. She's like, oh, okay. Dad's done playing. I'm getting fucking ping on Discord. What is this? Oh shit, my ancestors have been led to victory. I don't know what this is in context of. Okay. Epic. That's pretty cool. Check the Discord, Boy Meets Mini. I think it's is it World of Tanks? Or no, it looked like Battlefield. I have no fucking idea. Yeah, Romanians and Bulgars fighting. Many such cases. Easy Red 2. Oh, it was Hungarians. Fun fact, the only thing that Ceausescu did to push back against the Soviets was not allowing the Soviet Union to cut through Romania for an easy avenue to invade, I believe it was Czechoslovakia at the time. We were just like, nah, don't go through us, fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Alright, let's just go that high. Oh, get to the water. Actually, that wasn't that bad. I'm just gonna build this extra big, just in case I need to build it extra big, and it'll stop making things spawn in. Although, honestly, we're probably gonna have a lot. There are race cars in Markham. Huh? And just like that, I'm out of concrete. I need to go get more concrete now. There's gonna be a lot of back and forths. Mostly because I don't have dimensional depots. It is what it is. It's concrete.
You think you're clever, but you're not.
I'm gonna use all of the, yeah, one's a binding agent and one's the actual, outside whatever the fuck. We blaming Dougie for something? I love blaming Dougie. What are we blaming Dougie for? What are we doing? For giving IndyCar an unfinished track to race on? I think my question is why would he do that? Dougie does a lot of boneheaded things. But why would he do that? $250 race for what? Daytona or something? Or IndyCar? IndyCar on the streets of DC. For America's 250th birthday. Wait, hasn't that already passed or something? I'm a little confused. What, was there a scheduling conflict or something? It's all rushed? Okay. Nice meme. That's why they had to do it in August. Nice meme. The DC track is terrible. Damn. That's fucked up. Okay. Made in 14 days by executive order. That's funny. Okay, soon we can upgrade these things. Huh. We'll have to half the size of the build that we're going with then. Okay. That's fine. Because we're also going to be limited by pipe flow limits, which is annoying. Even though we can make this thing extract at 1,200 cubic meters. I also did throw together a bunch of circuit boards, so I could actually pull the trigger on these upgrades. I think I perhaps will. The thing I needed was modular frames.
Put this.
That's simple enough. But yes, we now have our printing circuit boards over there.
Looks like you're a gotcha player at heart.
Is that because of my brain damage?
No, it's because you go after children, and there ain't enough room in this preschool for the two of us.
Thank you, Sundowner. I think this build alone what goes makes about 125 circuit boards per minute. Mostly because of the recipe, which is a really good recipe in comparison to the normal circuit board recipe, which sucks and uses plastic. And it sucks. Oops. Like, 30 plastic per minute, dude. In comparison to that of silica, which you do not use anywhere near as much. And of course, copper sheets, which is easy. There's also the Caterium boards, which are okay. But why would I ever use these things when I can use the silicon circuit boards, which are still about as good? Yeah, 30 plastic per minute is a lot. This recipe is fucking shit. It's just a bad recipe. It's terrible. This recipe, though, is fucking insane. 12.5 circuit boards per minute. And it's two very, very easy resources. Very, very easy resources. It's like, okay, I'm just going to use this. Question mark? Okay. Sure, man. I'm just curious, what's the boost for the extra? Because everything else can go up to double their production, basically. Everything can have a 2 times multiplier in terms of not only its consumption of material, but also output as well. I need to get modular frames. Okay. Throw you right there. Next is 15, then it's 20. And that'll go up by 11%. Heavy modular frames is what you want next, eh? Then it goes to 25. I guess the final one's going to be 50%. Okay. That's still pretty good, though. So what? Plus 11%, it's going to be, yeah, 266. It's not bad. Little extra's not bad. Do I have any heavy modular frames that I can scalp here? Daho, you can just make them, Smile. Eventually. There's some. We're now set to figure out which heavy modular frame alternate recipe to use as well. I think I got to basically the one that uses the least amount of screws. Well, honestly, do we care about using screws? Radio control units. Ugh. Yeah, it does go up to 50%. Brother, ew. The fuck? Ugh. Ugh, brother. And radio control units for that, brother. Brother. I'll take my extra 25% for now, though. Fucking radio control units of all fucking things. Okay, man. Nice meme. Just stick those things in there. I don't need them. Alright, we're going to be making a bunch of refineries. Probably about 40 of them. Court ruling removing bike lanes has been reversed. Fucking the where? Toronto? Well, considering the fact I don't live there, no. That's epic. Cool. Hell yeah. Alright, we should probably get started on doing some fucking legments. Imagine thinking I know what's happening in fucking TO of all places. Okay, I'm not Doug Ford. I don't have an obsession. We're gonna be doing some dunks as well, probably after this. It's going to be glorious. Oh, look who it is. Yep, St. Luigi. Oh, it's Dougie who wanted to remove the bike lanes. Why am I not surprised? Well, it makes sense why that fat fuck doesn't want bike lanes, because he's a fat fuck. And he's ugly. And stupid. Alright, anywho. St. Luigi, St. Luigi, St. Luigi. So, in a plot twist that I'm pretty sure no one is really surprised by, I suppose. Maybe people are surprised by it? I have no fucking idea. But Luigi Mangione has decided to plead guilty to charges of stalking in the case of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Now, a quick reminder, of course, for as to how we all got here. So, Luigi Mangione decided to do, shall we say, a little bit of trolling to United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, who is a monster, not a good guy, wretched piece of shit. Basically used AI algorithms in order to be able to predetermine people who should be getting coverage and people who should not be getting coverage. Like every other healthcare CEO, Brian Thompson is evil. Yeah, very, very evil. And of course, as we all know, Luigi Mangione did the social engineering, allegedly, as he said himself, and pulled the hit in, I believe, New York, where he ended up, of course, killing Brian Thompson, blah, 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 blah. And the reasoning for as to why he did it is because of, oh, how terrible healthcare is in America. Guys, it turns out that America is really bad in terms of healthcare. Shocker, I know. And it's leading people to being radicalized. Shocker, I know. Now, do I think, for example, that pulling off a hit on a CEO, a health insurance CEO, is going to be the optimal solution for dealing with a situation like this. No, of course not. It is not the optimal solution to the fucking problem. However, I've talked about this broader concept before, right? The idea where for a lot of humans and humanity, we believe ourselves to be the masters of our own fates. And if we do not have the ability to have that control, we become, shall we say, more malleable to potentially more risque or terrible actions. And in the case of course, Luigi Mangione, he had his claim denied, I believe, by United Healthcare, where he broke his collarbone during a surfing accident. His coverage got denied, and as a result, he decided to, well, pull off the hit that he did on Brian Thompson, one that he was ultimately successful in. Now, is that going to be an effective way in order to be able to push the conversation forward in terms of getting healthcare? Oh, snowboarding / skiing. It wasn't surfing. I knew it was like, he was doing a fucking sport. Whatever. I don't remember exactly 100%. It doesn't really matter all that much, of course, in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, he had an accident. He went to United Healthcare, and for insurance, they denied his claim. Why? They're evil. Yeah, they're evil. So as a byproduct of that, he did the hit, and he was ultimately successful in the hit. Blah 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 blah. And a lot of people decided to soy pog for Luigi Mangione. Also because he is a conventionally attractive looking guy. That is also another reason why a bunch of people were also soy pogging. Of course, gotta always make room for fucking simpery of all things. I digress, though. So as a byproduct of this, Brian Thompson, of course, died tragically. Very, very tragically. And because of this, he had there was the whole perp walk stuff orchestrated by, I believe, Eric Adams in order to try to get an aura farm moment for some reason, but it kind of backfired on him because nobody likes Eric Adams. So, okay, nice meme, Eric. You did your best there. And also, Brian Thompson was also dangerous on the road. He got a DUI. Well, I had no idea I had a DUI. Not surprising. Anywho, so as a byproduct of this, Luigi Mangione, he got caught, he got sent to jail, and he decided to end up pleading guilty to his counts. For what reason exactly, I'm not 100% certain or privy. I've not been really keeping up with the minutia of the case. I simply just heard the news, saw what it was, and it's just okay, well, you know what? I just want to take a look, just see what's up, what's going on, and just get an understanding, maybe of some more of the nuances of the case and whatnot. Maybe take a look at a report or something. Yada yada yada. Speaking of reports that we're going to be taking a look at, we're going to be taking a look at the CNN report. All right, CNN legal analyst Luigi Mangione pleading guilty to, again, the thing that he definitely did, which was, well, assassinate, assassinate the CEO. I don't know why I was blanking there for a bit. Yeah, the CEO of United Healthcare for, again, I want to say it's reasonable reasons, of course, because he lost his healthcare coverage while he had a broken collarbone from an accident that he had while he was skiing. But, it's not that I think it's a good thing. It's just, stuff like this is going to happen more and more and more if you just continue to just ignore the plight of people's material conditions. This is only going to become more normal.
Let's go back out to our Shimon Perocupez right outside the courthouse in New York City, where Luigi Mangione confirms he is prepared to plead guilty. Tell us more, Shimon.
Okay, so I'm going to just bring it to you right now from inside the courtroom. Mangione has begun speaking, and here we go. After years of enduring pain from a broken back and witnessing similar experiences of others, He said he learned United Healthcare would be holding its annual investor conference in December 2024. He said the public location wasn't posted, but he researched to learn the location and who would be there. This is him now in court speaking to the judge in this allocution. This is the part for the judge to decide whether or not she is going to accept this plea. And he's now describing in his own words how he was stalking United CEO Healthcare Brian Thompson, saying that
yeah, he did like a, from what I understand correctly, he did like it was a bunch of social engineering, a lot of patience, lots of research, and understanding where Brian Thompson was more than likely going to be at when he decided to do the hit. It was like, unironically, like some shit that you would see from Hitman. It was kind of crazy, to be honest.
That he learned of where he was going to be, and that after years of enduring pain from a broken back and witnessing similar experiences of others, he researched where Brian Thompson would be at an investor conference in Manhattan in 2024. Brian Thompson's family seated Pamela in the front row. They are crying, is what our reporter Karis Cannell is telling us. What a moment for that family to come face to face. It breaks my heart because they have been so silent and they have not said anything throughout this whole ordeal. And to see their loved one to be murdered in this way.
Okay, I don't want to be an asshole, but I also kind of want to be an asshole. Like, okay, just real quick, I just have to throw this out here. Because I really hate this. Yeah, I hate this framing. I hate this fucking narrativizing bullshit. Like, what Brian Thompson did was monstrous. He would basically, he basically had a bunch of AI algorithms concocted in order to deny claims from a bunch of people, right? Like, that is something Brian Thompson absolutely fucking did, right? He did that, right? So it makes a lot of sense why, now I'm not saying this is a good thing, why somebody may want to potentially take and do something with their own hands in order to be able to, well, do something about their own sort of misfortunes, I suppose, for lack of a better term. Again, like I'm saying consistently here, I don't think what overall Luigi Mangione did was a good thing. Obviously not. It's not good. Blah, 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 blah. But it comes from a certain place, right? And this is a populist fervor that's not going to be, well, dampened down after Luigi Mangione sort of like, he's been thrown in jail there for the big, icky, stinky, mean guy who killed this humble CEO, who was, again, created an AI algorithm that would systematically fucking deny claims off of what reason exactly? Meh. Just because it felt like it could. This is going to be behavior that's not going to be stopping anytime soon. If anything, it's going to become more and more frequent, right? For what reason exactly? Because of the fact that people, you know, your average Joe Schmoes, are getting rather upset and pissed with the fact that they keep having to endure more and more suffering at the hands of all of these fucking greedy ass CEOs. And people are eventually going to start rising up and doing something about it.
And now the man responsible for it, standing up in court, for them will be excuses. And none of this is going to make sense. To hear him explain why he did what he did, and we have heard this from Luigi Mangione before.
Well, no, I think it actually makes a lot of sense, right? Like, I hate this framing, right? Like, again, no one thinks I mean, listen, unless you're a bit of a Pepe poster, okay? Nobody thinks overall what Luigi Mangione did was good, okay? No one fucking thinks that, right? The problem is that the reason why he had a lot of people in America, because this is a pretty bipartisan sort of like agreement here from like both Democrats and Republicans. The reason why there were so many people on the side of Luigi Mangione is for one simple fact and one simple fact only. Because so many people have had their fucking claims denied by these fucking rapacious mafia middlemen in the health insurance companies, in the health insurance industry, that it's one of those situations where it's just like, well, do you really expect me to sort of like sit there and act all fucking shock Pikachu face that someone's eventually going to take matters into their own hands? No, not at all. Like, you shouldn't be surprised by that whatsoever, right? Like, again, ultimately, it's unfortunate what ended up happening to Brian Thompson. He just happened to be the target, right? But, like, if you are contributing to a system that is only further and further immiserating the working class, right? And it will get to a certain point where it just, the dam metaphorically sort of breaks. And as a byproduct of that dam metaphorically sort of breaking, something bad is going to happen, like an assassination.
During the investigation of this, where he was having issues with his back. But for this family to sit there and listen to this, and he's now, here we go, Pam. Again, he says to the judge, I shot Mr. Thompson and he died.
Wow.
He concluded by saying,
oh, wow.
I knew what I was doing was illegal. Again, I shot Mr. Thompson and he died. I knew what I was doing was illegal. That family is sitting in that courtroom listening to this.
Wow.
Again, he admits now, in his own words, to stalking Brian Thompson. He says that in November of 2024, that he traveled, Luigi Mangione telling the judge, I traveled from outside of New York State to Manhattan. So he came from outside of New York. I emailed United Healthcare leadership. Wow. So this I have not, don't think I've heard this. I don't remember.
No, apparently, from what I understand, I don't know where exactly Luigi Mangione is from. I think it's Pennsylvania, I believe. After all of his, like, profiles got dug up and whatnot, that, you know, expected. Should we really be surprised again? Or not surprised. Like, I think the person who ended up ratting him out was some old lady, I think? Some old lady at a McDonald's, because he went to a McDonald's, apparently, after he did the deed. He got there and he fucking, like, immediately fucking dipped out. Like, immediately. Stalking and how many people did Thompson's company surveil to deny coverage, and probably also died. I mean, again, like, we shouldn't be really surprised about American media narrativizing the way that they do, because, again, they're all corporately captured, so of course they're going to narrativize. That's not really surprising whatsoever. Like, I've been saying again, and this is consistent, obviously, more hits like this are going to happen, whether all of the fucking greedy oligarchic dipshits like it or not. Why do you think these motherfuckers make all their prepper bunkers? Because they know overall in the back of their mind that if they don't do something to try to keep them safe and secure, or themselves safe and secure, more than likely more people are going to start pulling, shall we say, random hits on CEOs, right? Because again, we are living in a ridiculously, like, economically unequal time right now. Like, wages have not gone up with inflation for the latter part of about almost 50 years at this point. CEOs, the rich, their billionaires, are only getting more and more wealth concentrated into their hands by the second. And we should be, like, surprised at all that there's going to be a bunch of people who may potentially take matters into their own hands. No, like, that's not really surprising to me whatsoever. Like, this is kind of to be expected. Do I think it's a good thing? No, obviously not. I don't think it's a good thing. But you have to understand where it fucking comes from. It's like, this isn't coming from nowhere. This is coming from somewhere. And it's coming from fucking awful people like Brian Thompson, who unironically has denied coverage from God knows how many people. Thousands, if not tens of thousands of people. For what purpose exactly? Because he was using an AI algorithm in order to be able to fucking make those predeterminations.
Hearing this, I then emailed United Healthcare leadership, Luigi Mangione saying that he emailed United Healthcare leadership posing as an investor at a firm managing over $15 billion in assets and requested information about the conference.
Wow.
Unlike my previous interactions with insurers, he received an immediate response within an hour. And that is how he learned where Brian Thompson would be on the morning he would execute him. So this really...
Yep, that's just a classic case of social engineering right there. Classic, right? The fact... Okay, now I have to ask. The leadership who got that fucking email, did they not check the veracity of the claims? Did they just like fall for the fucking, like, social engineering? Like, that's it? They just Omega Lol fell for it? Like, fell for it again award? I mean, if that's the case, then that's just... Okay, dude. Nice meme.
Even highlights more. I have not heard that either, Pam. This is new information, and obviously this all came up during the NYPD and the FBI's investigation when they were probably going through his computer and his phone and his email. But this is just so striking that he emailed, this is how long he had been planning this. And this tells you his frame of mind, that he emailed United Healthcare leadership saying, posing as a $15 billion manager of an investment fund to learn where he was.
I just want to go to Ariva on some of this information coming out of the courtroom today from Luigi Mangione. For the first time, I'm learning, and Jamon said he hadn't heard it as well, that Luigi Mangione posed as an investor with a firm and just reached out via email to the insurance company and then received a response within an hour, and that is what helped lead him to Brian Thompson.
Dude, like, this is, I don't know, like, I think this is just complete negligence. I'm going to be real here. Like, this is complete negligence here by United Healthcare. I'm going to be so for real here, dude. Like, how the fuck did you not check the veracity of the fucking claims? Like, it's as Luigi Mangione himself said, it's social engineering. That's like what it is, 1-to-1. But bro, like, these motherfuckers didn't check any of the claims. None of them. Like, they didn't look into what the name of the company was. They just, like, saw $15 billion in an investment fund, saw dollar signs in their eyes, and just like, yeah, we accept. Here's the location. Blah 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 blah. Like, what the fuck are we? What the fuck are you guys doing here, man? It's insane.
Where he said, "I shot him and he died. I knew what I did was illegal."
Dog.
Wow, Ariva.
Yeah, that's a shocking detail, Pam. I remember early on when this case came to light, when all of the publicity, we had all the reports, and I just remember the people who were supporting Mangione, who were glorifying what he did, who were making him out to be some kind of martyr. And it was really sickening at that time. And now to hear the deception involved, how he found out about that meeting which was...
Oh, shut the fuck up, dude. God, oof. I hate American media, dude. This fucking narrativizing. It's like, this, by the way, if this was just like a random hit that came out of nowhere, yeah, obviously you could probably have these criticisms make sense. Then it would be pretty fucked up. But no, it came out of somewhere, right? There's a reason why he was talking about his back hurting during his fucking speech while pleading guilty, of course, right? Like, there's a reason why. Bro's back is hurting because he fucking like fucked up his collarbone in an accident, and he was not able to get the coverage needed for his insurance. So guess what? Whatever like lingering problems that exist because of that fucking collarbone injury is going to linger, and it's going to deteriorate and become worse. So should we really be surprised that Luigi Mangione's back is hurting? No, we shouldn't be surprised about that whatsoever. But it's okay, guys. We've got mainstream media. They're certainly on the case, and they definitely care about what's going on.
Was otherwise not a public meeting, that individuals who had not been invited wouldn't have even had access to that CEO. And he used, he posed as this manager of this large fund to get that information, and then to stalk Brian Thompson, to show up at that meeting, to shoot him in broad daylight on a street in Manhattan, just makes the nature of this crime even more heinous. And I just hope all those people who somehow thought that this was an act of courage now understand what a heinous act of cowardness this was. Again, my heart goes out to the family that had to hear this, but hopefully.
Yeah, man, totally. I guarantee you all this fucking narrativizing that's being done here by CNN of all people, that's only going to make people like guaranteed dig in their heels more, because everyone in America has an experience, a terrible experience, of course, with some health insurance company. It's more common than ever, right? People really do not like health insurance CEOs and companies for a lot of good reasons. Imagine if CNN was around when John Brown was. Oh, they would be pro slavery, like 1000%.
Hopefully this begins some kind of closure for them. That sentencing hearing that will take place in December will give them an opportunity to present impact statements and to talk about how horrific the loss of Mr. Thompson has been for this family. Again, we talk about the state court. At this point, Pamela, you can only imagine that this is about where he's going to serve time, because it is clear that he is going to get a life sentence, whether it's from this federal court or if he is convicted in state court. And the lawyers are jockeying now to determine, does that life sentence happen in a federal prison or in a state prison? But certain that he is going to spend the rest of his life in prison, as he should, for the admission that he just made in that courtroom today.
All right, Michael Smerconish is actually standing by and wants to get in this conversation. Michael, what are your thoughts?
Like, there's really not much else to say from like the output of fucking mainstream media here, dude. It's just like, I can't believe that the humble corpo man got fucking shot because of like a really simple social engineering hit that was done by Luigi Mangione. Everyone, we must clutch our pearls here. I can't believe that an American citizen would do this. Meanwhile, like literally everybody else, for example, just is like, oh yeah, this is totally fucking expected. And it's only going to happen more and more and more.
I want to follow up something Ariva said about the perverse nature, the way in which some have received this horrific murder. On 54th Street, where this transpired, the hotel where Brian Thompson spent his last night is a hotel where I would often stay when working for SiriusXM and CNN. And I remember being on that block in the immediate aftermath, 2 or 3 days later. What was surreal is the fact that there were no candles. There were no flowers. There was no memorial for Brian Thompson. And what I
Who the fuck is gonna have a vigil for a healthcare CEO? Yeah, dude, your average fucking New Yorker who probably hates every CEO and billionaire fuckwit, an Epsteinite pedophile who fucking lives in that goddamn city, probably like just have a seething contempt and hatred for all of them. Do you really fucking think that there's going to be a candlelight vigil for this motherfucker who again used an AI algorithm to deny claims to God knows how many people in order to rake in profits from people who are sick and dying from easily preventable diseases, stuff that's easily fucking treatable? You think that people are gonna have a fucking vigil for that guy? Get the fuck out of here, you stupid bitch.
remember is that on a telephone pole that was adjacent to the murder scene, I saw something that depicted Luigi Mangione as a saint. You might remember that there were wanted posters that were then put up in that neighborhood for other corporate leaders. And all of the glamour and panache that has surrounded this man, I just find twisted and...
Hey, dumb fuck, listen, because I know that we're doing the fucking libtard, woketard, whatever the fuck pearl clutching bullshit, okay? Which I am highly uninterested in. Again, where is this coming from? Because this doesn't come from, like, out of nowhere. The panache, that you're fucking complaining about, okay? This is coming from the fact that people are sick and tired of having to pay hundreds upon hundreds of dollars in various fucking payments to these avaricious, pedophilic, evil fucking goddamn companies who basically just want to sit there and just collect a bunch of money on people's fucking misery. People are getting sick and tired of it, and as a result are looking to take matters into their own hands. Do I think that this is an overall good thing? Is this good for the health of society? No. But guess what? Given the sort of moment and age that we find ourselves under, it's going to become inevitable.
Tragic, and I can only hope that the way in which now he has just articulated exactly what he did is going to change minds. Maybe not, but of those people that have glamorized this killer. I can say killer now without any fear of contradiction because of what he has said. And one other observation I'd make is what a sin that we all couldn't watch. There ought to be cameras in courtrooms all across the United States, including federal courtrooms and including the Supreme Court of the United States.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, man. Like, what? Like, what would that accomplish? People would be like, oh my God. I guarantee you, okay, this is what would happen, right? I guarantee, okay? If there was a camera in the courtroom of Luigi Mangione, guaranteed, here's what would happen. There would be so many hype aura edits on TikTok all over the place of Luigi Mangione. I guaranteed there would be fucking aura edits on TikTok. Like 1000%. Because again, if there's one thing that's consistent amongst the American constituent, is that they fucking hate health insurance.
With you on that, Michael Smerconish. Our Kara Scannell just came outside of that courtroom. Kara, you were there for every second of what went down. Tell us about it.
Well, Pamela, Luigi Mangione...
Yeah, that's a great point there, Boy Meets Mini. Yeah, when they fucking perp-walked Luigi Mangione because Eric Adams needed, like, an excuse to make it look like he was doing something as mayor, because otherwise he's, like, a dog shit fucking mayor. Like, nobody likes him and everyone fucking hates his guts because he's just, like... He was a terrible, terrible, terrible fucking mayor in a position of power. Yeah, he did a fucking perp walk of Luigi Mangione, and that spawned countless aura fucking edits of Luigi Mangione. Why? Because people are just sick and tired of all the bullshit that comes out of not only corporate news network over here, but also of all the pearl clutching of the rich. People have had enough. And like I said before, it gets to a certain point, a boiling point, where eventually people are going to start to take matters into their own hands. Not that I think that's a good thing. I don't think it's a good thing. It's not going to be productive or effective. The only solution to this problem is for the state to step in and regulate these fucking companies. But guess what? The state has also abdicated its responsibility. So, unfortunately, a lot of people feel like they need to take matters into their own hands.
Was led into the courtroom. He's wearing a gray beige prison outfit, escorted by 2 U.S. Marshals, where he sat down between his attorneys. The judge went through the process, asking him if he understood his rights, if he had taken any medication, if he was under any medical care. All of his answers were crisp and clear, someone who was definitely in control and aware of what was going on today. And then when she started to ask him the specifics of his guilty plea, to explain what he had done that was wrong, Mangione chose to stay seated, and he started to read from a piece of paper. The judge actually stopped him and asked him to slow down because he was going too quickly through it. But a few things that stood out to me from what he said is he started it by saying, after years of enduring severe pain for a broken back, navigating obstacles in the healthcare system. So underscoring again what his motive here in this case is. And he walked through it saying another thing, he's underscoring what he had previously written about in those writings, the greed of the healthcare industry. He said he had emailed United Healthcare's leadership trying to find out about the specific location of the investor conference where he was targeting Brian Thompson. He said he claimed to have $50 billion in assets. And he said, like, unlike his other previous interactions with the healthcare industry, he got a response immediately within an hour. Then he went on to...
By the way, that's a... You know, I know what Luigi Mangione is basically saying there, right? What he's basically talking about there rhetorically. And I do agree with what he's saying there rhetorically. That is a moment for reflection there, right? You have to think about this for like literally 3 seconds. Why would Luigi Mangione be bringing this up specifically, right? Why would he be talking about the greed of the healthcare CEOs? The greed of the fucking industry? Because guess what? That's going to resonate amongst the American constituency, especially if they find a transcript of the fucking speech. I guarantee you, if it's not going to be like normal fucking aura edits, they're going to do like AI voice versions of like Luigi Mangione and use those as like fucking aura edit farms and whatnot on TikTok. Guaranteed they're going to do that, right? Right? Or like on Instagram Reels or whatever sort of like clipping and whatnot, right? Because again, the American people are just like, dude, we are 1000% with you, right? We totally agree that these fucking healthcare CEOs are all fucking demonic. They hate healthcare CEOs for good reasons, right? Not that I'm saying that it's a good thing, right? What Luigi Mangione did. It's obviously not a good thing, but it comes from somewhere. And it's incredibly important to acknowledge where this specifically comes from. To be ignorant of it is, well, malfeasance to say the least.
Explained that he had made a gun using a 3D printer, that he had obtained a silencer, and then he said he traveled to New York with the intent to shoot Brian Thompson. He said, I knew what I was doing was illegal. He did not say it was wrong.
Defense attorneys are now with the microphones. Let's listen.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Okay.
My name is Karen Friedman Agnifilo, and I represent Luigi Mangione. Today is a solemn and significant day. With today's guilty plea, Mr. Mangione has accepted full responsibility for the death of Brian Thompson, arising from the events of December 4th, 2024, outside of the United Healthcare Investor Conference here in Midtown Manhattan. It was a single tragic event, yet he's being prosecuted twice for the same conduct. As Luigi explained in court today, he endured years of severe, debilitating pain following a broken back, while struggling to navigate our healthcare and health insurance systems. Like the thousands of people who've reached out since this tragedy to share their own experiences, he believed that the system had failed him and destroyed his life.
It has.
Despite this being a single isolated event, Mr. Mangione has been unfairly treated since the outset in every way, and has successfully fought off terrorism charges and the death penalty, while also fighting at the same time.
Yes, I completely forgot about all of the initial charges that were being thrown out on Luigi Mangione. Yeah, they tried to get him on terrorism charges, which is fucking stupid because Luigi Mangione clearly did not do the hit that he did for a political purpose. That's nonsensical. Like, you have to be a fucking schizo to fucking think that. And as well as the death penalty was also trying to be argued for him as well. It really does show you how much the state, specifically within the United States of America, only cares about one thing and one thing only, and that's the fifis of these, again, pedophilic middlemen.
Time, 2 simultaneous prosecutions in 2 jurisdictions who were trying to punish him twice for the exact conduct. He's been treated differently from every other defendant charged with this offense in New York. However, thankfully, New York law does not allow this. New York law does not permit a person to be prosecuted and punished twice for the exact same crime under a statute that governs successive prosecutions. It's also known as the double jeopardy law. Today's guilty plea triggers this statute, and we just filed our motion in state court explaining why the state charges must be dismissed under New York's double jeopardy protections. We will not be taking any other questions. Thank you so much for coming.
All right, so the whole sort of like court fiascos and shenanigans are not going to be done here. They may even potentially get another drop on some other charges, base if that goes, if that specifically is allowed to go through, of course.
Okay, let me go back to Kara and Shimon. I do want to talk about some of the details of what Luigi Mangione admitted in court, but just to explain what we just heard from his attorneys,
yeah, okay,
Kara, and you have been talking about this. One of the reasons why they decided to go ahead and have this plea deal is so that the charges in New York State could be dropped because of what's known as the double jeopardy law in New York State.
That's right, Dana. That was one of the objectives today by Luigi Mangione's team.
Okay, so probably like a sort of like a bit of a divide and a conquer strategy here to try to drop more of the charges, right? I mean, because given what he pleaded, of course, guilty to the pleas, he's probably looking to probably get some of the federal charges or like all of the federal charges like dropped against him, and is more than likely going to try to tackle more of the state ones, you know, like kind of in a bit of a piecemeal, right? I mean, the murder stuff he's not going to get away from. That's not happening. This I believe would be aggravated murder. I think he's more or less completely cooked on that sort of like respect. Would have been first degree murder. I think it would have been first degree murder. I think actually, yeah. Now that I think about it, it would have been first degree murder. He's completely cooked on that one. Nothing you can do about that. And he's admitting to it. But more than likely at this point in time, he's probably just looking to, for a lack of a better term, lessen the blow as much as he can.
He was being charged both federally and in state court, and the state trial was set to begin on September 8th. But under New York's double jeopardy law, someone can't be prosecuted for the same crime twice. So that is why we saw this quick, fast-moving plea deal being reached just a few days after the final pretrial conference earlier this week, leading to Mangione pleading guilty. Now, as you heard his lawyer say, they filed a motion to get the state charges dismissed. The state prosecution has not responded to that yet, although throughout this entire case, they have been saying that they think they did the legwork on this, they did the investigation, they caught Mangione, and they wanted to bring this case to justice. So we will wait and see what their reaction is.
Oh, so you're telling me that the federal government literally had nothing to do with this? Hilarious.
To be in court, we can expect them to probably try to fight this. It will be up to the judge overseeing the state case to make that decision, and then sides could appeal. But it does look like the state trial set for September 8th will likely be delayed as this is all figured out. But these are still a lot of moving targets, Hannah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see what exactly happens. Blah 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 blah. Not really much else that we can go off of. But here, just to like talk about the sheer evil of the United States healthcare system, and just to give people a bit of an idea for as to why Luigi Mangione might have done what he did.
The emotional roller coaster.
Forrest Van Patten said he felt like his insurance company was casting him aside.
Ignored. Left out to die, basically. That's the problem.
His medical team had...
This guy had lymphoma. He had a cancer, right? Cancer with a treatment that is effective, and it works. What did the insurance company do? Not offer any coverage whatsoever.
Had just made one final plea to try and get his insurer to overturn its decision.
We need to push because there's nothing else.
Forrest never received that approval, and he died not knowing his home state of Michigan had long required health insurers cover clinically proven cancer drugs.
By the way, you can probably sue the health insurance industry for that one specifically, because guess what? State law makes it pretty fucking clear. The insurance companies are supposed to cover it, yet that motherfucker didn't get any of his coverage. Again, you people are wondering why. You know, whatever, like, establishment fucking crank and hack is wondering why people were cheering on Luigi Mangione in the ways that they were. This is why. Because stories like this are incredibly, incredibly common. Yep. Literally all health insurance agencies, yep, they should be charged for murder. They're all evil. All of them are bad.
At the Van Patten family home outside Grand Rapids, Michigan. Memories of Forrest, their larger-than-life father and husband, are still raw nearly 4 years after he passed away.
Just the unfairness of it, I guess. They felt like it just got ripped right from us so quickly, so young.
After a long battle with an aggressive form of lymphoma, Betty lost her husband of 26 years. He was just 50 years old.
When you walked in a room, you knew it. He was just the light. He was my one, and that's it.
That light went out, she told us, just days after their insurance company denied coverage of a clinically proven treatment, a treatment the doctors believed was his last chance to extend his life.
Like, come on, man. Clinically proven, literally fucking argued by the doctors to the insurance companies for God knows how long. And what did the fucking health insurance company do? Say, nah, fuck you.
They took all his hope away. There was always tomorrow. And when they denied it, and that was the worst possible thing they could have done to him, well, they found a loophole. So they're in their minds they didn't have to cover it.
What happened to Forrest Van Patten is not unique. Our partner ProPublica turned up dozens of cases around the country where health insurers have refused to pay for procedures, ranging from emergency surgeries to routine newborn care, all in violation of state laws.
It's almost as if there is no reform to this, and that the only way forward is the destruction of these fucking health insurance companies, right? Because it's been made extremely clear, I don't know how many times this needs to be made clear, but here we are again, that these companies are fucking evil. Any company that needs to profit off of the immiseration of people getting fucking sick is just demonic, dude. Should really go without saying. But yeah, like, welcome to American healthcare, ladies, gentlemen, and those in between. It is fucking dog shit and it is evil. And why I don't know why all these like pundit heads are surprised. Like, oh, I can't believe that people are fucking celebrating Luigi Mangione. How could they do that? Because guess what? Stories like that of Forrest's are incredibly common. Everyone in America has their quote-unquote healthcare scare story, which, you know, given the fact that the United States of America is as rich of a country as it is, the fact that there can be healthcare scares as a byproduct of poor coverage within the US should really say something about the current system that is put in place with the United States of America, right? And it makes, you know, and all these like motherfuckers will like constantly wonder, like, I wonder why there's a bunch of like socialists and leftists now. Why are fucking organizations like the DSA getting more and more popularity and prominence? It's because of stuff like this, right? And the American people are coming to the recognition that, oh, their quote unquote betters are not there to help them. They are there to kill them. And they are incredibly evil. And this has been made extremely clear because of all of the various actions of the healthcare industry. There is no reforming to this system. There's only its destruction or abolition. That is it. No other compromise is possible with these fucking pedophilic, avaricious dipshits in, of course, healthcare CEOs. They are all evil, and there is no go-between. Period. End of story. But yeah, for those who are wondering, oh, why did Luigi do what he did? This is why. But yeah, don't think there's like really much else to say besides no one will miss Brian Thompson, because guess what? Like every other healthcare CEO, he was incredibly fucking evil. I can't believe that Luigi Mangione would do that hit that they did on humble Brian Thompson. How dare they? Fucking, it's so dumb, man. Oh, man. Excuse me. Guys, don't we love evil? Is the same argument around what happened to Indian PM Rajiv Gandhi. Ay, 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 ay. Tigers yeeted him because of India being complicit in the Tamil genocide. Yeah. Okay. I am getting a little sleepy, but that means I am not going to stop. We got to keep going. We got stuff to talk about and cover. All right. Get rid of all the eye schnoz. Let's get started on the next segment. All right. So, I guess in our latest segment of Twitch doing a big fuck up, for what reason exactly? I don't know, because Twitch is feeling like doing a bunch of fuck ups because they're, I don't know, I guess for lack of a better term, too complacent. Yes, complacent in terms of their monopolistic positions on the live streaming space. Well, not so much anymore, but whatever. Given the other platforms that exist are not really going to offer that much of a challenge to Twitch, they can still be kind of unafraid in terms of their positions, and they don't have to do much change. But Extra Emily was named one of Twitch's brand new ambassadors, which, okay, this is not about like necessarily Extra Emily's merit as like a streamer or whatever. This is more so to just comment on the fact that this is an incredibly out of touch sort of thing that Twitch is doing here, where it's just like, yeah, we're going to reward the individual who almost got into a car crash on stream, where people were basically, she was looking at chat, having a chat. I think there was also like an article or a recent post that also said that Canute, the Swedish bodybuilder streamer guy, almost also got into a fucking goddamn car crash as well. Well, not a car crash. Like, he almost got into an accident as well on the road while looking at chat for about a minute. While someone, I think there was like someone who's like commenting on how impressive his setup was in the vehicle, which, you know, should really go without saying. But we're not here to mainly talk about Extra Emily being announced as one of Twitch's new ambassadors. What we're actually here to talk about is this new generative AI policy that Twitch is essentially trying to force down the throats of everyone, for lack of a better term. But it appears that Twitch is pushing out a new feature, which is making people use their channels to train generative AI by default. So automatically making it such that you must opt in to having your channel being used for, well, AI training models, which can potentially replace you as a streamer. That's really cool, great, fantastic. But yes, it's an opt-out system. So you go into your settings, and you you click the little tick, and then boom, roasted, done easy, right? Obviously, which everyone should do because, man, fuck you, Twitch, for doing this bullshit. We shouldn't be really surprised with this whatsoever. But there's obviously been like a bunch of policy updates about this, of course, and basically, Twitch updated its privacy notice, saying that they added information on how it uses personal information to test and improve technology, including machine learning and AI. More than likely because they don't want to be held potentially liable for potential hacks or other sort of problems and consequences that come specifically from, well, generative AI harvesting all of your fucking goddamn details and, I guess for lack of a better term, material, sure, in order to train all of its fucking dog shit models. But here, I believe there was like a couple of clips from Twitch themselves.
My VOD's already been used for training.
Thank you, Twitter. Thank you, Twitter. Okay, at least that one could pause. Jesus. But here, there's already some instances here of some Twitch staffers, I believe. Oh, so we got the head of community and the chief product officer here talking about this as well, saying that Twitch isn't sure whether Amazon has used Twitch creator VODs prior to today to train its AI models. Because we all know why this generative AI bullshit is coming from. It's coming from obviously on high from stupid ass Jeff Bezos, who probably wants to make more money doing, well, providing even less, such as the whim of the capitalist, of course. Do as much as you can in order to save as much money as possible for all of your fucking pedophile, avaricious buddies, or whatever the fuck. And, well, basically or rather the employees themselves have literally no fucking idea if people's data, or that have to train into the models for all the streamers, of course, are being used by Amazon or not. Well, that's a little interesting. I feel like that's kind of an important thing for you guys to probably know if Amazon is doing, because of the fact that there may be some rather unfortunate implications being made involving certain, shall we say, like streamers who probably highly value their anonymity online. For what purpose exactly? Well, just so they can just kind of do their own thing and vibe and whatnot. Yada yada yada. So it turns out, like, not getting any notification talking about, like, okay, so we have this thing that's like going on here. Like, we obviously want to make it such that a bunch of people do not share their names, that are not comfortable with sharing their names or personal fucking information. But Twitch, under Jack Bezos, seems to actually just not give much of a flying fuck about that for some reason.
My VOD's already been used for training.
In terms of, I don't actually know the answer to that question, because I don't know what Amazon or, well, Amazon in this case has done in terms of model training and what they've used and not used.
Opting out removes your previously collected content.
Bro, like, God, you should probably know this, because again, we all know why Amazon wants that information. They're fucking, it's for data brokerages in order to sell more advertising to people. Like, that's the point of it. Like, okay, bro, like, nice meme.
Previously collected content from future training, and it makes make sure your content isn't used in future generative AI training. So I would, and I think it works immediately.
So, okay, basically what the follow-up on this is, it's saying that, yes, you know, I guess if you were somehow, like, I don't know, like a Super Saiyan or whatever, and immediately saw the generative AI slop dreck, that's essentially trying to harvest a bunch of data from your channel, so then Jeff Bezos can sell more of your data to a bunch of data brokerages firms. It basically, what's being said there is, yeah, hey, so long as you opt out, it won't be able to use any of your future content, of course, to train the fucking model. But all that past stuff, just as it was getting implemented, yeah, you're fucking cooked, buddy. It's over. Like, Jeff Bezos may have, I don't know, a bunch of random bullshit or something. But here, another follow-up to all of this, saying that Twitch isn't making Gen AI training opt-in because no one would voluntarily choose to opt in. Instead, they are offering an opt-out solution, or option, which I did mention earlier, which, again, I wonder why a bunch of people, especially, like, say, for example, VTubers, which have, you know, some stock, generally speaking, in terms of their anonymity, and given the fact that their whole industry exists because of art and artistry, I think that it makes a lot of sense why those guys in particular might not be a very, very big fans of generative AI. Not only for the threat that it poses to them, but also just for the simple fact that, well, we don't want our fucking names and faces to potentially get out there because of all these, like, I don't know, dumb fuck AIs, which can make a bunch of fucking deepfakes. What do we have here?
Already permit training of models. We went the extra step to add the control to let you opt out. We know many of you will opt out, and that is completely by design. Now, why is it not opt-in? That's what everybody is here spamming in chat. I get it. Let me opt in versus making me opt out. Well, there's an honest answer, and I think most of you probably can appreciate this. Like, if it was opt in, nobody would opt in.
Then why do it? That's the immediate follow-up question. It's like, okay, if nobody would want to opt in, why do the policy to begin with? I can speculate for as to why that is the case. It's because of Amazon. Absolutely. As soon as, like, Amazon bought this fucking goddamn company, it really went all downhill from there because, you know, Jeff Bezos needs to make sure that he can, like, bend over and fuck any company in the ass that he can make a fucking profit from. Almost as if all this, like, monopoly stuff is really bad.
That's honestly the answer. So by it's going to be on by default, and as I said, almost every content service in the world is on by default. I think the thing that we're doing here that is unique and different is respecting your wishes to opt out of model training. And I know this is not a fan favorite. I know it's very.
Yeah, it's true for YouTube. It's all run through Gemini. Oh, trust me, I've gotten, you know, plenty of emails from YouTube talk about, like, oh my god, look, you have AI tools with Gemini. Whoa, crazy. And it's constantly, like, trying to jingle a bunch of keys in front of me saying, like, use Gemini, use Gemini, use Gemini. I'm just like, no, fuck off. I don't need Gemini for shit. I have my brain, my hands, and a fucking keyboard, okay? I can come up with shit myself. You guys can go fuck yourselves. And again, I don't know what, like, Twitch's generative AI bullshit is. Who cares? It could be using, like, whatever Jeff Bezos's is, but obviously no one's going to opt into wanting to use, like, their content for generative AI unless it's like a conservative or something, but whatever, because people actually care about the arts and care about the performance and stuff like that. It's fucking stupid. True there, Alex. Yeah, you know, Pepe posting about flock cameras.
Upsetting to the community, but this is you know, where we are.
Is that it?
Yeah, we don't expect you.
Again, like, more than likely, this definitely came from on high by Amazon because of all the, like, I don't know, like, delusional tech CEO fucking Broligarch bullshit saying, like, guys, AI is definitely the future, and we're not just saying this in order to dupe a bunch of investors, the stupidest class on the fucking goddamn planet, in order to get way more money for our fucking goddamn profit margins for our companies. Nah, that's totally not the case whatsoever. Definitely. But I mean, like, what else is there to really say? Besides this silly little bit here where Twitch is being rather tone deaf, I think the more important thing here is to focus on the fact that your likeness, your information, your clips, and all of your general sort of effort and work that you've been putting into your stream is being now essentially extracted for a dumb fucking generative AI to train its bullshit to do what exactly? Who the fuck knows? Like, AI streamers or some shit? Like, God, it's gonna be so fucking bad, dude. Like, it's not going to be able to, it's not going to work like, say, Neurosama or something, who actually responds to the chat and whatnot, yada yada yada. It's just, it's not going to fucking work out. It's going to be just used to make a bunch of like slop clips and just slop videos and slop tent, more slop for the slop gods in order to feed a bunch of slop to a bunch of old people who love they fucking slop. Like, that's all that this is functionally going to accomplish, and everyone's going to hate it. Nobody's going to fucking like it. And they'll probably want it to have it be reverted at some particular juncture. But is that going to happen? No, absolutely the fuck not. And because nobody's gonna fucking want to opt in or out, or they're all going to opt out if they want to, except for those who, for whatever reason, want to be used as like generative AI prompts or something. Like, I don't know, like dumb fucking conservatives. Who really knows, to be honest. But yeah, I don't think there's like really much else to say besides Twitch. You've been fucking up a lot, and you've only been continuing to fuck up. This one's for the roaches. True. Stop making me think about StarCraft when you mention the term roaches. I think of Asmongold. But I like StarCraft. It's just really unfortunate to see the platform that I really, really enjoyed as like a fucking kid back in high school. It's just like shitting the bed in the way that it is. It's just so fucking bad that, like, you know, a lot of like cool memories of like shit that I used to watch when I was really young is just like going to metaphorically die away because of pedophilic, avaricious dipshits like Jack Bezos, who want to just like metaphorically fuck the goddamn platform for what exactly? I don't know. It's just so some fucking like troglodyte morons can generate the AI cat videos or some shit. It's just like, ugh. It's just ugh, man. Yay. Alright, that's another one done. This is going to produce me a lot of power once we get her done. Trying to remember what the ratios are for all this shit. Fuel generator satisfactory ratios. Hmm. Okay, so normally... So single refinery producing standard turbo fuel feeds 2.5 generators. 7.5 per minute. Since each refinery that we're going to be using is because that's mostly what I wanted to figure out. How much fuel per minute is being consumed per generator? And it's 7.5. Perfect. Each recipe, so it's going to be a 1-to-4 ratio. Each refinery that's making turbo fuel is 1-to-4. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We have 4 rows of 10. That's 400 each. Plus when we get our upgrades. 400 each. With 10.606 refineries. No, it's going to be the other way around. Okay. That's fine. That's dandy. Fine and dandy. Well, one thing is going to be consistent. We're going to be able to feed a fuck ton of these things. So that much is accurate. God, I am feeling tired again. I spent too long trying to fix up the build for the copper sheets yesterday, and I did not go to sleep until very, very late, so I am tired again. So I do have a thing that's probably going to take a long while. I don't want to keep putting it on the fucking back burner. But doing it while feeling like I'm gonna fucking half fall asleep is probably not ideal. But hey, at the very least, the build is starting to take some kind of a shape. Oh boy. It's our second refinery that we're done with. In terms of fuck-ass byproducts and whatnot. Very cool, very good. Listen, we got plenty of circuit boards out of it, okay? So it's fine. But just to give a quick idea for the thing that we are going to be talking about, I think I'm going to talk about this tomorrow. I think. Yes. It's another instance of a whale doing literally nothing wrong and then getting a bunch of shit for it. It's incredible, dude. But that's our teaser for tomorrow. What we're going to be talking about is fucking crypto banks. All right, guys, who's ready for some more blatant corruption through the Trump administration? Oh, I for one am totally and completely ready for this. This is my favorite thing that keeps constantly happening within the United States of America over and over and over and over again. But World Liberty Financial, which is the Trump family's flagship crypto venture, says its trust company has received preliminary approval from the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency to become a bank. So, do we really need to go into a lot of details for as to why this is really bad? Like, really, really bad? The amount of fucking protections and legal leeway that Trump's crypto venture can have by becoming a bank is genuinely insane to think about. And one of the things that a lot of crypto bros like to talk about is the legitimization. Yes, I guess legitimizing of cryptocurrency as a replacement to, well, fiat sort of currencies. Obviously, you know, the most intrepid amongst us are going to see that as a complete, shall we say, failure. It's not going to fucking work out. Obviously, should go without saying. But we all know why Trump is basically trying to do this. It's so he can basically have a bunch more people more easily funnel money into his family, into his own fucking coffers, right? Because guess what? You can just make a deal through the bank to get like a loan or perhaps like something else that the Trump administration works out with that particular sort of, I don't know, third party to get some form of benefit for Trump himself. But, you know, Wall Street Journal article that's breaking this fucking story. Why don't we take a look at this? World Liberty Financial, the Trump family's flagship crypto venture, said on Friday that its trust company has received preliminary conditional approval from the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency to become a bank. Keep in mind, a lot of the, besides the crypto ventures that the Trump administration has been doing, right? Fun fact, Trump, when he first heard of like crypto rug pulls and stuff like that and crypto in general, he didn't like it because he was just like, well, why the hell would anyone like this stuff? It's very, very clearly a scam. And all I have to say is that you know you have fucked up somewhere if Donald Trump is saying that, yeah, that this shit is also a fucking scam. But then Trump saw how easy it was to dupe his audience to buy into his fucking meme coins and then get immediate fucking benefits from it after doing the fucking rug pull in of itself. That he was just like, man, fuck it, I can just keep tricking these rubes into giving me millions upon millions more in dollars, so, or billions rather, in dollars, so man, fuck it, whatever. Because Trump was, I think he was like approaching broke, or he was very, very fucking poor. Because of all the lawsuits that he was in, right around early 2021, 2022, and whatnot, and all the legal troubles that he was having, he was basically broke. He had like no money whatsoever. He was using the RNC's coffers as well in order to help with his fucking legal battles and whatnot. And the Republicans were in a weaker position than ever. Of course, the Democrats didn't take advantage of it, but whatever. Shouldn't be really surprising whatsoever. But basically, Trump's net worth when back in office has, I think the statistics like tripled. It might have even quadrupled at this point in time when he's gotten back into office doing all this like crypto fucking schemes and whatnot. It's just like, man, dude, like, I mean, Trump himself said it, maybe not, I think in like an interview back in like 2015, 2016, that the whole point of this was essentially to be like, well, you know, if I win, I win, that's cool. But if I lose, then that's okay as well because I was able to get my public profile back up. Right? Because again, like unironically, because ratings were so good, and this is the problem with commodified media within the United States of America. It turns out it's actually kind of bad to have commodified media. Who would have thought? The byproducts of commodified media made it such that Trump got so much free media, so much free attention, and got so much free money for the fact that all of these like news outlets were like, for God's sake, just like streaming his fucking empty podium on national television. Genuinely insane, during 2016. Upon final approval, World Liberty Trust will operate as a federally chartered national trust bank, which, has a lot of fucking perks. A lot of potential problems, especially if they don't have any assets, because mostly it's like crypto with World Liberty Financial, like all the meme coins and whatnot. Nothing really tangible there, so it has no essential foundation, especially if crypto starts to go under. But for the time being, it's not going to be going under anytime soon because of a lot of the deregulations that Trump is doing, but whatever. The charter will allow World Liberty to issue, redeem, and safeguard USDI, or USD, or the dollar basically. The dollar-backed stablecoin that World Liberty launched this year. The stablecoin, whose reserves are currently custodied? Sure. With BitGo, has a market value of about $4 billion. The firm said it would have to satisfy a list of conditions and receive a final examination from the OCC before it can become operational. The OCC, led by John Gold, has approved the launch of several crypto-focused trust banks. Yeah, man, because this totally has not been a disaster for, I think it was El Salvador, who went full AI, full fucking, like, slop dreck as a country, and basically made it such that you can use crypto for like official transactions online, because technically speaking it is illegal. You're not supposed to do it, but it's not really enforced or enforceable, so good luck with that. And it's making it such that that crypto is basically becoming way more legitimized, that the sort of, shall we say, fraudulent actions that crypto always sort of presents is being more and more legitimate in the eyes of the public, which is not particularly great. Trust banks differ from full banks in that they generally can't take deposits or make loans. Yeah, because kind of hard to do that with crypto, right? Kind of difficult. The approval comes as President Trump's $1.4 billion earnings from his meme coin and crypto ventures have become the biggest roadblock for passing a landmark bill that would create a comprehensive regulatory framework for digital assets. Now, I wonder why that might be the case. Probably because Trump and the Republicans don't want that to pass under any circumstance, so then they can let all the dumb fuck meme coins just keep running rampant throughout the entirety of the country. Shouldn't be surprising. The Clarity Act has stalled, driven in a part by disagreements over ethics language, and that would prohibit the government from officials from profiting off of digital assets. The bill is scheduled for a procedural vote on September 15th. Personally, I don't think the President of the United States, or really anyone, should be making as much money as possible from, well, random crypto fucking rug pulls. Just crazy, I know. Shocker. And I believe that was Joe Kent, right? It's Joe Kent, the guy that all the dumb fuck annoying ass boomer shooters are coming from, if I were to take a guess. Something like that. President Trump and his two sons helped launch World Liberty in late 2024 as a decentralized firmware, or DEFI, project that would, offer borrowing, lending, and pay and trading services. These features still have not become available. I wonder how long it's going to, take, and it has been. It's probably going to take a lot longer, isn't it? He's going to have to go into hive tech, basically, if he wants this to be effective. He just has to. Let's see. The crypto empire has created a huge chunk of his family's recent windfalls. In 2025, he earned more than $500 million in proceeds from selling World Liberty's token WLFI. An additional $263 million connected the sale of equity in World Liberty to a group of investors led by Sheikh Tahnoun bin Zayed Al Nahyan. a United Arab Emirates royal. Oh, well, you're telling me that this is really, really easy, especially with all the quote-unquote quote-unquote integrations, specifically that the Trump administration is trying to do with the Middle East, with like his whole like not only ventures with crypto, but also the private jet that he also got from the Qataris. World Liberty applied to create a trust company in January with offers to or plans to offer crypto custody and stablecoin conversion services while serving international institutional customers, including crypto exchanges, market makers, and investment firms. Oh boy, time for more speculative bullshit into fucking crypto, as if it wasn't bad enough with AI. The plan has drawn backlash from critics, who raised concerns about conflicts of interest. Well, should go without saying. Senator Elizabeth Warren said in a statement that we have never seen financial conflicts or corruption of this magnitude. Well, you know, it's Trump. Shouldn't be really surprising then. And honestly, even just saying that alone is not necessarily a good thing, because this should be treated as abnormal. But here we are, right? The White House has said previously that neither the president nor the family has ever changed or will ever change, or engage rather, in conflicts of interest. Bro, you're like, what? Literally, some of the dudes that were like a part of this, and I saw on Twitter talking about this sort of change, were basically like, no, maybe not change. In terms of like the conflicts of interest, we all know that all these motherfuckers have like massive conflicts of interest amongst the Trump administration. Like, we all know that this is going to be used by whatever Saudi royals or whatever royals from differing families in order to just get what the president wants. So some random bullshit. Oh, the Witkoffs are also involved in all of this. How shocking. Zach Witkoff, chief executive of World Liberty Financial and chairman of World Liberty Trust Company, said the firm had submitted prohibition of one of the most okay, hold on. I lost my place. Probably one of the most thoroughly reviewed applications in the history of the OCC. Really? Is that so? I don't know if Jonathan Gold was appointed by Trump or if he's like nonpartisan. I'm assuming the OCC is probably nonpartisan, but I mean, the fact that the show's a lot to go through to begin with is insane. Given that Witkoff, I believe, is the son of Steve Witkoff, or maybe the grandson or something. It's either the son or the grandson of Steve Witkoff, who's the current Middle East envoy. But yeah, sure, man. Let this guy be one of the executives of World Liberty Financial for the fucking meme coin. This totally won't have a conflict of interest whatsoever, dude. We have answered all the regulators' questions, and we accept significant obligations and ongoing scrutiny that comes with the national charter, Witkoff said in an interview. If we were looking for less oversight, we would not have chosen federal supervision. But Trump is the one that's currently in power, dumbass. Like, your dumbass is not going to get any federal supervision for this whatsoever. Like, sure, man. Expecting federal supervision by the President of the United States, Donald Trump. Zach Witkoff is the son of Steve Witkoff, the president's friend and Middle East envoy. Mentioned that earlier, of course. World Liberty Trust said it would be governed by a 5-member board that includes Zach Witkoff, his father's brother Robert Witkoff, who is a former co-chief investment officer of the Chubb Corp, and Scott Iger, or Scott Alper rather, not Iger, who is president and chief investment officer of his father's real estate firm, Witkoff Group. Oh, so it's a bunch of Witkoff stooges that are being appointed to the fucking board. And you're expecting me to be this to be totally run above board? Okay, bro. Nice meme. The other 2 members are Jeffrey Weiner, former chairman and chief executive of accounting and advisory firm Markham LLP, and Aaron Baskett, member of the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority Board of Governors and founder of brokerage firm Sine Qua Non Capital. I can only assume because of the blatant corruption that was going on while we're talking about this, and including yesterday, though myself and Sparks, well, for lack of a better term, fucking engaged with. But yeah, like, I don't know, like, what else is there to really say with all this bullshit? Oh, should we really be surprised that the fucking president is trying to use more fucking crypto ventures in order to continue to enrich himself in a sort of, I don't know, like, manner in this way? Should we be surprised that the president of the United States will do anything in order to use his office to get corrupt dealings in order to make himself a bunch more money? Nah, we shouldn't be surprised by this whatsoever. This is pretty much par for the course for the president of the United States of America. Well, of course, him being a fucking scammer, which is totally not surprising whatsoever. But yeah, like, I don't know, like, what else is there to really say to any of this stuff besides, like, whoa, Trump still in the Epstein files, still fucking scamming a bunch of people for all their money through crypto, which he initially himself said was also a scam. Very, very funny tidbit, by the way. And now the scammer recognizes, oh, this is a way more effective scam, and if we can legitimize this scam, everyone can just keep scamming on the same degrees that I am. It's a win-win-win, folks. But yeah, I don't think there's like really much else to say besides fuck you, Trump. You're only just using this for the express purpose of continuing the degradation of not only the American people, but also America itself as a country. Okay. I can feel my brain slipping. I am fucking tired. Quick dunkery do on fucking DGG acquired. Alright. Who are we reading out to today? I don't even know if Esper gets hypnosis. Probably does. Ugh. Hypnosis is not a good move. It's 60% accurate. It's terrible. I guess thematically speaking it makes sense, but it is not a good move. Alright. Who we read out to today? Sure, man. Whatever helps you sleep at night. We're gonna raid out to Echoplex. Alright, dorks. Raid messages, you know what to do, you know what to say. If you're a sub, you say you've been blessed by Romanian cheeses with the Transstrider with the Daho raid butts. That's how we show appreciation. If you're a sub, if you're a non-sub, you say the wow, we get the Daho raid butts. How we show appreciation. Those are two that we raid into. In case gamers, I will be back tomorrow, and we're gonna do the fucking meme segment, of course. Late drama segment for sure. Continuing to build our fucking fuel generator plant, our new power plant, and a bunch of other fucking bullshit. Anywho, gamers, I will be back tomorrow. Same time, same place, same face. Peace out, gamers.